It was foggy as they strolled the beach. The pair had taken a break from speechwriting. Little doubt, Richard Nixon was tense about the upcoming presidential election and tired from the unrelenting politicking of the campaign. He had a tendency to overwork himself, or perhaps more aptly, he had a tendency to overthink. Nixon found some relief padding along the ocean shoreline. He found the rhythm of the waves soothed him. His companion that midsummer's day, his personal chief of staff, H.R. Bob Haldeman, recounted that Nixon's mind strayed to a foreign policy lark, a secret plan he had been mulling over. By 1968, the Vietnam War had reached a destructive stalemate of bombings, offensives, and insurrection. The conflict had handicapped one U.S. president in John F. Kennedy, only to fell his successor, Lyndon B. Johnson. With the unpopular Johnson deciding not to run for re-election, the next commander-in-chief would face a nation all too done with marching, protesting, even rioting over a war halfway around the world that everyone wanted over, but no one seemed to know how to end. Nixon had been campaigning on the promise of a swift peace in Vietnam, but the question weighing on the prospective frontrunner was how to de-escalate the conflict once he entered the Oval Office. Ultimately, it became a matter of taking the rational route, of settling for a peace with honor. Yet, as Haldeman recalled, Nixon had a different idea as they paced the beach. What about the irrational route? Instead of halting the bombing, as Johnson had done but to no avail, what of escalating? Instead of winding down the conflict, what of ramping up? The Republican candidate spoke of upping the ante on the Indo-Chinese peninsula. "I want the North Vietnamese to believe I've reached the point where I might do anything to stop the war," Nixon explained. He would play a kind of latter-day ogre, a bully, in his words, obsessed, angry, not able to be restrained. An American president acting with abandon could scare Hanoi to the peace table, Nixon told his chief aide. Just tell them he has his hand on the nuclear button and Ho Chi Minh himself will be in Paris in 2 days begging for peace. Nixon proposed he could finally extract the United States from the Vietnam quagmire with crazed strategic bluster. He called it his madman theory.